And today I'm going to be doing a very scary video because I don't know how you guys are going to react to it. I don't know if you guys are going to think of me different or just like in a good way or a bad way. This video, I'm basically going to be telling you guys the truth about my life. A lot of the times when I tell people, they want to put it online because they think it will go big. But I always tell them I'm not ready yet. But I think now I've gotten a lot closer with you guys. And I think it's the right time for me to tell you guys this. I know a lot of you guys are waiting to hear it. I know a lot of you guys know a little bit of it, but not the actual whole story. I'm not going into a lot of details about it. Just going to be telling you guys a little version of the story of my life. Like I said, I'm not going to go into full details, not going to say names, just so you guys have a little bit more of understanding of why I started social media mostly. And if you want to know more about me, this is probably the best video that you're going to get to know a lot more about me. First thing, as you guys know, my parents are split up. Basically, I lived with my mom and dad since I was born, but I don't even know if I could actually call them dating or even like a thing. All they would do is fight, like every single, like when they saw each other, straight fighting. So my parents weren't really like normal parents, I guess. They would just constantly fight, like, and yeah, you guys are like, oh, like this isn't that bad, like why is she telling us this? It definitely gets worse, and I was scared to have my friends come over because I didn't know if they would like be weirded out by my parents fighting so much, or like just things like that. So I would never invite friends over, and I was always scared to go to my friend's house or go anywhere because I was always scared, like, oh, what's gonna happen when I'm gone? Like, I won't be able to see what they're like, what's happening. So like I never would want to go unless like my mom came with me somewhere and like left the house. So I would always like try to get them to stop fighting, and like I was always crying, and not very good. So yeah, I'm not gonna go into full details of what happened in those fights, just because it is very, very like tragic and something I really don't want to get into. One Halloween night, I decided to go to a party, and my mom came with me, my brother came with me, and it was one of my friends' parties for Halloween. And we weren't at our house that night. Our dad didn't want to come with us to the party because like he was not very, like, he's not a very social person, so he didn't really want to come. Basically, after the party, when we got back to our house, my mom's stuff wasn't in the house. It was like outside of the house, and we were all like, what? So then we realized my dad had kicked my mom out. But the thing is that me and my brother didn't want to be away from our mom, and if we wanted to be with our mom, then we would have to be kicked out too. This Halloween night, we lost our house. And the friend that had the party, they were super, super nice and let us stay with them. Let me just say, everyone thought that this family was like amazing. Everyone thought that they were like, oh, the richest family, you know, like all this kind of stuff. They did have a really like nice and big house. Like they were super nice to let us stay there. But then when we started like staying there, we started seeing how their house was and like what would happen in their house. And it was not good at all, and things started getting out of hand in that house. I got hurt. I got punched in the face. I'm not gonna say names, but after that, Mom was like, we need to go. But the thing is that we didn't really have anywhere to go. So we were like in a car. Yeah, we didn't really have anywhere to go. So then we went to a hotel, which was like a really, really cheap hotel. Like a lot of people like live in hotels. So like it was like one of those really like cheap ones. And we went there. We were living there for 3 months. I basically lived in a hotel. It wasn't a luxury hotel, let me tell you that. It was like a gross, disgusting hotel. There's like roaches, at least there was a roof over my head. So, and we didn't really eat that much either because like my mom didn't have a lot of money. But anyways, we were in the hotel, and like I said, a lot of families try to make it look like they're different than what they are. I would see kids from my school that were living in the hotel that always brag about how nice it is, like how nice their house is, how nice this is, how nice that is. But they were the ones that didn't really have anything. Like, they were living in a hotel, and also there was like kids from my school that wouldn't even brag about their house, and they actually have like really nice houses. And I want you guys to know this, that if you're embarrassed of something, don't go out of your way to make it seem like it's better, because when you get caught up in the lie, it's just not fun. Like, it's just, I mean, of course, like, I didn't tell anyone that because I'm not that type of person, but if it was anyone else in my school, the whole school would know. So, like, I think it's a really good lesson for me and for other people not to get caught up in a lie, because if you're embarrassed of something, like, just don't talk about it. Don't, like, brag about something saying that you're just, like, saying that you have, like, all this great stuff and you really don't. Like, just don't do that. But when I was in that hotel, my mom had a phone. It's like an iPhone 4 or something, I don't know. But she had a phone, and I was on it one day because she would leave her phone with us when she would go to work. And at this time she was working 3 jobs to like try and help. And so we really never got to see her, but like we would just call her like on her work phone or whatever. And so she would leave her phone, and then I was like on the App Store one day, and I saw the app Musical.ly. I downloaded it, and most of you guys know the story as, oh, my friends were doing the Don't Judge Me challenge, and I wanted to do it too. That is how I heard about the app, the Don't Judge Me challenge, but it's definitely not why I got on the app. The reason why I got on the app is because, if you guys know me, I love music. Like, music is amazing. Like, music is like the escape from everything in my life. Like, when I'm down, like, I'll listen to music, it will cheer me up. Or like when I'm mad, I listen to happy music, it cheers me up. Music has always been like something that just like makes me happy naturally, and seeing an app that was all about music just like really helped me, and it really got my mind off of like everything. And I can't really like explain to you how I was feeling at that time, because it's hard to put like something so tragic like that and something going through your mind at such a young age like that into words. Like, you don't even know how to explain it. Like, you don't even know like what to do. And if I could put it in words for you, I would, and I would tell you exactly how I feel and how to deal with it. But the thing was is that I didn't know how to deal with it at all. I was so confused on what to do, and I just like, it was horrible. It was so tragic. But I learned a lot definitely from it. Like I was saying though, the app really, really helped me, because when I was feeling down, I could act like I was happy on there because the music on there, and you could just smile and it would look like everything's okay. And I think that really like helped me, just seeing like a different side of me, like a happy side of me, when actually I was like super down inside. But like seeing that you could make yourself look happy like on music, like I don't know, made me really fall in love with the app. But then I started doing it like a lot, and it like, I started to gain a lot of like fans, it was called on the app. Now I call you guys supporters, because I don't like to call you guys fans, because I think it's a little bit disrespectful, because I think like, oh, you're saying like, oh, they're my fans. Like, I find that disrespectful, so I like to call you supporters, because you're people that support me. But anyway, so it was called fans on the app, and I was gaining a lot of fans on it. And this was actually after though I did this video like showing girls to like be themselves. It was after that. But my mom, right before I started making money, we had just moved into our first apartment, and it was actually a 1-bedroom. It was like a really small apartment, like probably like as big as my room right now actually. It was very hard because there's 2 girls and 1 guy and my brother, and it was very hard to live in an apartment, a really small apartment with 3 people. Very, very hard, let me tell you. But once we moved there, we never really saw our mom. She was always working. We didn't really have a lot of friends because we just moved there. So, you know, it was just like a very boring life. but that's when like I was like obsessed with Musical.ly, like I was always doing it. But I started making money, and I would transfer it to my mom's account. So she's like, where's all this money coming from? But first she was a little mad about it because she didn't like want me like making money off of a social media app. But once she like realized it was actually like making me happy, and like I really liked the idea of like being on the app and like getting followers from it and getting to be like new and like noticed and stuff, she like let me do it. And I still gave money to her because it was the right thing to do, because I'll still keep money for like myself if I want to like buy myself something. That's like kind of how it all started. Then we moved into a 2-bedroom, all that kind of stuff, and I'm very thankful for you guys because you guys Musical.ly like actually saved me. But everything happens for a reason. I saw the app for a reason, got on the app for a reason. Now I'm in LA for a reason, and now I have over 10 million Musical.ly fans for a reason, because God wanted me to have this lifestyle, and I'm so thankful for it because I absolutely love it. And I love you guys. I know a lot of you guys might say that, oh, you're supposed to look like sad in a video like this. The reason why I don't look sad right now is because I'm so proud of myself for being able to go from literally nothing and accomplish this. So I really think that like I'm proud of myself for doing that, and I really think that I'm going to show you guys not to be ashamed of your past and really just like be proud of it. Like be proud of where you came from. So that's why like I'm like excited right now, because I'm like, yay, like I finally get to tell you guys. But that isn't the only thing I want to say to you guys. Actually, I have a couple other stories for you guys. This one is about something that not a lot of people know about me, and something that I'm not comfortable talking about. And to this day, I still don't like to talk about it in person. Like when people ask me it, I still like I can't talk about it because it bothers me a lot. I used to have a very, very severe eating disorder. Severe eating disorder. And it all started because I was a cheerleader, as you guys know, and my coaches told me I needed to lose weight because I was fat and I couldn't be the flyer, all this kind of stuff. And like it really, really like hurt me, because I was like, I didn't really think I was fat. Like I thought I was like really skinny, not being like conceited, but like I didn't think of myself that way. But like hearing it from someone else, like it really, really started to bother me. And it also bothered me because of the way they would say fat. Like if someone is a little bit bigger, I don't think you should say fat. I think you should say like, oh, like their body size is a little bit bigger than mine, like your weight is a little bit over, like something like that. You don't just straight up say to someone, you're fat. Like, and that's what really bothered me. So I would work out every day at cheer, no matter what, because like you have to work out. And still, like I wasn't losing weight. So even everyone said it. They were like, you're so skinny. Like I don't even know why people think that. And I was like really skinny. Like I could show you guys pictures. I was like literally this big, like actually. And I wasn't anorexic or anything. I was just like super skinny, but they still was fat. So I stopped eating, and at the games I had like no energy because I wasn't eating. So I would always like just stop eating. I would like faint at games because I was so hungry. I like wouldn't be able to cheer because I was just like so tired and hungry, and I didn't want to eat. I would throw up. It was not good. So it gave me a really, really good lesson. Do not let people get to you, because when you always let someone get to you, you get something bad in return that happens to you, because it's just not good to let people get to you. And what I've noticed is when you don't let them get to you, something bad happens to them for trying to get to you. But when it gets to you, you always end up messing with yourself. So like just don't let it get to you at all. And I feel like that's why like the hate doesn't get to me, is because I've actually like had stuff like that happen to me in real life, and I like don't let it get to me in real life. Well, I did let it get to me, and I learned a lot from that. And now like seeing it over like an iPhone, like it doesn't get to me at all. So just don't let things get to you. And I just want to tell you that because a lot of my comments, I always see that, oh, you're fat and stuff. And I know a lot of the people that call me fat are probably watching this, because it's like 5 million people that do it. So I just want to tell you guys that are doing that, if you're going to call someone fat, first of all, like I was saying, you don't call someone fat straight up. You could say, oh, you're a little bit overweight. Maybe you should start eating healthier, in a nice way. It's still not even good to tell someone about like how they look or something. You shouldn't even tell people that. But if you're going to say something like that, I would say for you and the sake of you, because you're making yourself look like a better person by doing this, maybe just DM the person and say, hey, like Danielle, like you look like you've been gaining some weight. Like maybe you should go and like eat a healthier diet or like something like that. Don't straight up say to someone you're fat, because that does mess with people. Like a lot of girls have eating disorders. A lot of people like have this because of people like some of you that think it's okay to do that when it's not. So I really needed to share that with you guys, because it doesn't bother me, but I know for sure it bothers other girls, and I know it bothers a lot of like boys too. Even boys get bothered by it. Everyone gets bothered by it. So just don't do that. Like, also, the first story, I'm actually like going back to this, but I'm just like telling you guys some things. But I know a lot of you guys always say to me, oh, like you came from all this money, you got it handed to you. I was homeless. I didn't get it handed to me at all. I didn't reach out to get it. I just started the app because I loved it. And I think a lot of you guys should know that, because a lot of you guys always say that. But like, and a lot of you guys think that you have to be like rich and like a somebody to get big, but you don't. You can literally, if you just follow your dreams, you will have your dreams. Like as long as you're doing what you love, you will get your dream. And that's exactly what I did. And I'm getting my dream right now. So that's something that I would always say to remember, just to like do what you love, and that will definitely lead you to your dreams. Whatever path you're going on, you're obviously meant to go on it. Like if you're going towards acting, if you're going towards singing, if you're going towards a professional cheerleader, if you're going through a professional baseball player, whatever path you want to go on and whatever path you're starting to go on, keep going on that path, because obviously you're meant to go on that path, because everyone's life, you're obviously like everything happens for a reason. So just do what you love. And if you don't love the path you're going on, then yeah, change it. But if you do love the path you're going on, don't let anyone else tell you, oh no, you shouldn't do that. Keep going on that. And I know for sure that there's a lot of people that, and this is more of advice for you guys that I've dealt with, there's a lot of people, like some of your best friends will try to be like, oh, don't do that, maybe just do this. But if you love it, keep doing it, because they're just trying to ruin you because they're jealous.